The poor should be allowed to breathe. Say aye.
Hello and welcome to the Happy Hour TV, where we'll bring you trending and exciting news. How are you doing today? I am Cece. Now, the Senate on Tuesday, July 25th, urged the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, and the 11 electricity distribution companies, DISCOs, to halt their proposed tariff increase and, quote and unquote, allow Nigerians to breathe.
Let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe. Those who are in support of the additional prayer that the poor should be allowed to breathe, say aye. And those who are against, say nay. The ayes have it, the poor must be allowed to breathe.
I think Senator Akpabio is being sarcastic. Let the poor breathe. A great nation like Nigeria, you're referring to the masses as poor. In this situation where people are suffering, you're referring to people as poor. Anyways, the Senate also urged DISCOs to henceforth allow Nigerian communities to recover their cost of buying electricity transformer before asking them to pay higher bills. They also called for a halt to the estimated billing by urgently supplying all electricity consumers with prepaid meters at affordable rates across the country. While speaking on the matter, Senator Yunus Abiodun Akintunde of Oyo Central moved a motion titled "Need to Halt Proposed Increase in Electricity Tariff by 11 Successor Electricity Distribution Companies, DISCOs in short, at plenary." So here is a video of Senator Abiodun and other senators speaking on behalf of the masses and asking the power sector to put a halt on the proposed increased electricity tariff.
Senate observed, I stand to move the motion on the need to halt the proposed increase in electricity tariff by 11 successor electricity distribution companies, referred to as DISCOs. The Senate observes that the 11 successor electricity distribution company DISCOs have filed an application for rate review with the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC. The request for rate review is premised on the need to incorporate changes in macroeconomic parameters and other factors affecting the quality of service, operation, and sustainability of the companies. The Senate also observes that the Commission, in line with its mandate, has requested the general public for comment on the rate review applications by the distribution companies, while advising interested stakeholders to review and take into consideration the excerpt of the rate review application filed with the Commission by the respective licensees. The Senate is aware that as part of the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission rulemaking process, and in the review of the powers conferred by the Electricity Act 2023, the Commission is empowered to conduct a rate case hearing on the application price for making a ruling. The Senate is also aware that the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission has, through its official website, published and set 20th July 2023 deadline for comment by stakeholders. Worried that within the last 10 years, billions of naira were spent by senators across Nigeria in the procurement and installation of transformers through various solar intervention projects as a result of requests in senators' various constituencies. Also worried that when these transformers are supplied and installed, it becomes registered properties of the DISCOs, a privately owned enterprise, while sadly same DISCO have consistently refused to energize such transformers on the ground that the affected communities have to pay millions of naira across of bill for electricity never consumed, while keeping the affected consumers in perpetual darkness. The Senate concerned that the services of the 11 discos is currently bedeviled with total failure occasioned by prolonged blackouts due to lack of provision of relevant infrastructure like transformers, electricity poles, poor distribution network, compounded with unjustifiable estimated billings, lack of supply of prepaid meters, rip-off, and so on. The Senate also concerned that despite repeated previous increase in the multi-year tariff, with assurances of improved service delivery by the discos, no commensurate improvement has been made by any of the 11 discos in their respective service delivery to justify the previous increments. The Senate is further concerned that the proposed increase will significantly impact the affordability of electricity for the average Nigerians, further exacerbating the financial burden faced by our households and businesses. That less than 1 week time frame window provided by National Electricity Regulatory Commission for comments from all relevant stakeholders is too small for any meaningful engagement. The Senate is further concerned that high electricity tariff will impede industrial growth, job creation, and overall economic development. This will have adverse effect on the nation's drive towards sustainable development and poverty reduction. The Senate is further concerned that it is essential to address the issue of inadequate power supply, metering, and quality of service provided by the discos. Customers should not bear the brunt of inefficiency in the power sector. The Senate accordingly resolved to 1, call on the federal government of Nigeria to intervene and halt the proposed increase in the electricity tariff by the distribution companies, the discos. 2, urge Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission to decentralize proposed engagement with stakeholders scheduled for Abuja to the 6 geopolitical zones of the Federation for effective participation by all. 3, also urge NERC to thoroughly look into the rate review application filed by the DISCO, taking into consideration the interests of citizens, their affordability, and the need for improved service delivery. 4, further urge NERC to explore alternative measures to address the financial challenges faced by the DISCO, such as improving operational efficiency, reducing technical and commercial losses, and enhancing revenue collective mechanism. 5, equally urge DISCOs to henceforth discontinue estimated billing and make available to all electricity consumers prepaid meters at affordable prices. And finally, mandate the Committee on Power, when constituted, to engage with the Federal Ministry of Power, NERC, and other stakeholders to find lasting solutions to the challenges facing the Nigeria electricity sector, including the need for comprehensive sector reforms. I so move.
Senator Ekpeyon.
Mr. President, good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Asuko Ekpeyon, representing Cross River South. I rise first to second this motion that was co-sponsored by myself, and if given the opportunity to present a short brief as well. On this note, I second the motion.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President, once again. Distinguished colleagues, it is important to note that the removal of fuel subsidy has adversely affected the general prices of goods and services within the economy, with a very high rate of pass-through inflation. Electricity is one of the primary factors of production. An increase in electricity tariffs, as currently proposed, will increase the problem of the inflation and compound Nigerians' inflation crisis. While the pros and cons of subsidizing consumption can be debated every day, the benefits of subsidizing production is inherent. Vast multiplier effects in the local economy. I would like to back the motion, which was co-sponsored by myself and aptly read by Senator Yunus Akintunde, by calling on the federal government to intervene as a matter of urgency to halt this proposed increase in tariffs. Thank you very much.
Well, after the debate on the motion of the halt on electricity bill, the Senate came to some resolutions. First, they would call on the federal government of Nigeria to intervene and halt the proposed increase in electricity tariff by the distribution companies. Also, they would urge Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, to decentralize proposed engagement with stakeholders scheduled for Abuja to the 6 geopolitical zones of the Federation for effective participation by all. Thirdly, they would also urge NERC to thoroughly look into the rate review applications filed by the DISCOs, taking into consideration the interest of citizens, affordability, and the need for improved service delivery. And finally, they will further urge NERC to explore alternative measures to address the financial challenges faced by the DISCOs, such as improving operational efficiency, reducing technical and commercial losses, and enhancing revenue collection mechanisms. In the simplest of terms, this means that thankfully there will be no hike in electricity tariff, so the masses can take a breather from all the recent hikes in transportation, in education. Everybody can take a breather from there. Alright, that's it for now. Drop your thoughts and comments about the Senate's decision. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Happy Hour TV for more trending news. Bye for now.